Better late than never, am I right? What is up? Yeah, you know, kind of late. I don't typically stream later, or start stream later, you know, closer to 12, but here we are. And my eye's been twitching. Oh, you know what? It's probably because of... it's probably because I'm in front of a monitor, like, all the time, and get eye strain, so, yeah, I don't know. My eye's been twitching more recently for some reason. Anyway, yeah. Hope you guys are doing well. Took my dogs to the vet today, or this morning rather, and it was pretty okay. They're healthy, and that's what matters. But let's let's get into it. There's a lot of stuff to cover, so I kind of want to just dive right into it. Let me just make sure I have all my I's dotted and T's crossed. Where is... Wow. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, let's just go ahead. So, okay. Steven Crowder. If you don't know who he is a conservative pundit who has one of the larger channels on YouTube in the right-wing space. He is fairly prominent within the conservative landscape, and he he's the host of Louder with Crowder. I don't know if in the past I've covered things relating to Steven Crowder, but he might have, you know, I might have brought him up once in a while, but regardless, he is very prominent. And a major influence, I think, in like that kind of, you know, conservative online space. Recently, he came out saying that he is going through a divorce, and that it's been difficult, and in fact, you know what, it may just be better if I find the video myself. Let's see. I want to find... Actually, let me just look at this. And I don't know if it's this one. Probably not. Sorry, I just want to... Probably should have had this on the ready before. Let me see if it's this one. Nope, that's not what I was thinking. Okay, whatever. Basically, he said that it was not his decision to get divorced, and that he that it wasn't his decision, and also that he I think didn't want to relay that information to the public, but you know. Anyway, let's just get into it. So, here is this. Whoops. Alright, we're gonna get into it. This is a video, apparently, that came out. a Ring.com video showing the interaction between Crowder and his wife, who was 8 months pregnant at the time. Now, we'll just watch, and yeah. In fact, let me make sure the audio is on.
What do you need me to pick up? I'll get it. I'll be back when I'm back.
No, that doesn't work either. You'll be back when you're back. That doesn't work either.
Okay.
Do you understand the difference between my life being set to the second and you're going to be back when I'm back?
Steven?
The only way out of this is discipline.
Sorry. Okay. Let's start over. Yeah, so anyway, the Ring, this is a video showing them. This is one that's circulating a lot, and I guess we'll just watch.
What do you need me to pick up? I'll get it. I'll be back when
And apparently, by the way, I don't mean to poison the well here. Well, it's not really even poisoning the well, but apparently that this video was also edited to some extent. There are missing pieces in this video. I'll try to identify them when they happen, but supposedly the video was edited to some capacity. I just want to put that out there just because that is information that I just become accustomed to, so yeah.
No, that doesn't work either. You'll be back when you're back. That doesn't work either.
Why does he sound like that?
Do you understand the difference between my life being set to the second and you're going to be back when I'm back? The only way out of it is discipline. It's the only way out of it, and we're at an impasse.
we are at an impasse.
Good. Because you can't have any discipline. Yeah. There you go. You throw your hand, you give up so easily.
I don't give up so easily.
You give up so easily? I just said the only way out of this is discipline and respect. You said, then we're at an impasse.
Steven, no, we are at an impasse, okay? I love you, but Steven, your abuse is sick. Your abuse
Watch it.
is sick.
Watch it. Fucking watch it.
I'm gonna let go. I'll get what you need me to get. And I need some space. We need to.
It seems like they're at the brink of something. Like, this is the accumulation of a lot of things that have happened in the past between the two. So, like, this isn't that... Like, the way in which they're talking suggests to me that this isn't like a... You know, like any other... This isn't like a normal fight. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is something that has probably built up over the past couple of years. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really privy to their relationship, you know. Maybe they have gone to couples therapy or whatever, but yeah.
Just stop engaging me a little bit, okay? I love you. I love you very much.
I don't love you. That's the big problem. I've never received...
Whoa, buddy, what the fuck? Hold on, did I hear that right? Sorry, well. Okay, wait, what did he say?
I need some space. We need to just stop engaging me a little bit, okay? I love you. Steven, your abuse is sick.
Watch it. Fucking watch it.
I'm gonna let go. I'll get what you need me to get. And
Shit. Yeah, there we go.
I need some space. We need to just stop engaging.
Wait, I just love his posture, by the way, right here. Like, sitting back, smoking a cigar, legs crossed. Like, he's really trying to do the whole, like, you know, I'm the boss kind of deal. I don't know. It's just, yeah.
Okay, I love you. I love you very much.
I don't love you. That's the big problem.
Dude, that's fucked up, yo. Like, I understand if there's issues that they're dealing with, right? But, like, shit, dude, like, you shouldn't say that.
I've never received love from you, and the fact is when I go, look, I need an A, B, C, and D.
Okay, so here's the thing. He said, I've never received love from you. That could be true. I don't know the relationship, so there could have been things in the past that she has done that have been inconsiderate prior to her being pregnant or anything like that. With that being said, it depends, I guess, on what expectations you want to ascribe onto Crowder with respect to his relationship. Because in his mind, not receiving love from a woman, from his wife, could be equivalent to him not like having her cook for him, not having her do this and that, like housewifey shit, homemaker shit. So that could be his perception of what love is from, his wife. So in that respect, I would make the argument that would be an unreasonable thing to not expect from your spouse, but to make the argument that like she doesn't love you. You know what I mean? Love isn't just transpired through the actions you do for other people. There's other things you can do to express your love.
No, but I love you more than life itself. Okay. Put on some gloves. No, but I love you more than life itself. That's not fair. It's not fair, and it's disingenuous. Hillary?
So I don't understand. So to my knowledge, hi DJ. To my knowledge, the glove thing is in reference to medicine that the dog I think needed, and like it could have been potentially harmful to the child. I'm not really sure exactly what medicine they're referring to, but that's the reason why she was, I think, apprehensive with wanting to give the dog the medication.
You're right, Raven. Become someone, day in and day out, worthy of a wife. No, not as a wife. I didn't say as a wife. Hillary?
Wait, was that just a cut just now? Hold on.
No, not as a wife. I didn't say as a wife. Hillary, worthy of a wife. No, not as a wife. I didn't say as a wife.
Wait, wait, am I tripping?
Worthy.
Sorry, hold on.
That's not fair. It's not fair, and it's disingenuous. Hillary, you're right, Raven. Become someone.
There's okay. I can't. It's hard to tell because like it doesn't seem like his mouth is synced up with the audio, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Day in and day out, worthy of a wife. No, not as a wife.
Yeah, like right there. Doesn't it sound like it was cut right there? Now, I prompted this by saying that there are cuts or edits made to this video, so that could have been one of them. I don't know.
Hillary, come on now.
I'm not gonna engage anymore. I'm gonna go. I'll text me what you need. I'll get you what you need. I love you. I'm committed to you.
Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm not.
Wait, hold on. The video might just be desynced. That's unfortunate.
Are you committed enough to do those things?
That's probably not good, right? He's kind of like using, like, she's saying I love you, and then he's like, well, if you love me, then you should do that. Like, I don't know. That just comes off bad to me.
Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm not.
Are you committed enough to do those things? You're not committed to anything. You're not committed to anything.
So again, like we don't know what transpired prior to this recording. Okay, so that should be recognized. But like, I think that the behavior from Crowder here is definitely like inexcusable. She seems like she's kind of like done with the interaction, and he's using her like the fact that she is being conciliatory towards him as leverage to get her to do shit that he wants her to do rather. That's bad.
You just said I love you and committed to it. Walk the dogs, put on some gloves. Walk the dogs, put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things? Are you committed enough to do those things? Are you committed enough to do those things?
Wait, and why can't he just fucking walk the dog? What's the issue here? I don't understand the issue. He can't walk the dog? Is he like busy later? As the Crowders head inside, Steven gets angrier and angrier, and by his own admission screams, "I will fuck you up" at the Spartan wife. Okay. I feel like that should have been included in the recording if it was available. Oh man. Anyway, yeah, this is the video that was circulating. Now, I have mixed feelings about it. So, first off, I think the behavior from Crowder here is obviously bad. I'm trying to think of, like, what, if there is context, whether or not it... for lack of a better term, dampens how bad this is. But I can't really think of much, you know, like it just, I don't know. He comes off a little manipulative here, and I don't know about abusive, if that's the right term, because like abuse implies that there's a pattern of that kind of behavior, right? And we can't really establish such a pattern from a 2-minute clip. So, but it's obviously, this behavior is unacceptable. You shouldn't talk to your spouse like this, or your partner. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Candace Owens, from the Daily Wire, made a response to this as well. And there's a big feud apparently between the two. Supposedly there is. I don't know, but it has to do with like there's like a contract fallout or something like that between the two. So that might have a role in it. So yeah, hold on. I meant to pull up because I wanted to play. I wanted to play Diablo. Well, watch this. There's actually 2 videos. I'm not sure. From Candace Owens, rather, that I want to watch. So we'll do that. All right, cool. Let me just switch it really quickly. Alright, let me go ahead.
So first up, let's...
I think I can't seem to do picture-in-picture. Let's try this, hold on.
So first up, let's...
There we go. And then go ahead and window, picture-in-picture. There we go. And then, okay. Okay, we Gucci. We Gucci. All right. Let's do it. So this is Candace Owens' response video. Apparently. So we'll take a gander at that. But without further ado, let's do it.
Let's talk about Steven Crowder. A lot of you guys have probably seen his live stream this morning where he brings me up. So we're going to have to respond to that, obviously, because he makes some pretty heavy implications and insinuations in his video that are so patently false, and it's shocking to me that a man with his following would be stupid enough to put this onto a platform. So
dude, he's fucking mad, yo. Jeez.
Let's first back this up in case you don't know who Steven Crowder is. It's totally plausible. He sort of lives on the internet. Steven Crowder is somebody who has a show called Louder with Crowder, who had something very terrible happen to him at the end of last year. The Daily Wire came to him with a $50 million term sheet. He was offered $50 million. I know, horrible, terrible. He was so upset by this that he then decided to do a video in which he calls out essentially all of the Daily Wire hosts, myself included, for accepting slave-like contracts. These were the very heavy implications of that video, that his followers needed to stop Big Con, talking about how we are all existing and we're kowtowing. And of course, we responded forcefully to this because it's simply not true. The idea that I'm somehow in bed with big tech or that I'm dishonest in what I do simply because we didn't accept, I guess, his counter offer to the $50 million contract is pointedly ridiculous. Now, why are we talking?
Yeah, so that definitely sets the stage here, because there was already a schism between Crowder and the Daily Wire, and this that definitely plays a role, I think.
About him again. Well, in closing back in January, I essentially said that we were no longer going to talk about Steven Crowder, and I instead offered that people should pray for him because obviously when a man does something like that, he is broken. You don't do something like that to your friends.
Dude, you realize how much you have to have fucked up to, like, get the Daily Wire to turn on you? Like, if you're a conservative, like, Jesus, man.
Unless there was something going on in your personal life. Well, Steven Crowder announced this morning that he is going through a divorce, and I want to show you bits of that video. Take a listen.
But needed to take a moment here to address some issues out there that are circulating. It's never fun. But, well, I guess let me be clear here. I have been living with a proverbial...
Oh, sick, man. Yeah, City Skylines is sick.
boot on my neck for going on years now. Since 2021, I've been living through what has increasingly been a horrendous divorce. Now, let me say on the outset, to be clear, there is no infidelity, any kind of physical abuse at all on either side. And no, this was not my choice.
Okay, so in the open, you get it. Steven Crowder.
Why? He always emphasizes that point, too. It wasn't my choice. Like, okay. Like, that's how divorce works sometimes? I'm, like, confused with the issues.
Is a victim. Once again, he's always a martyr for his belief. He's always a victim. And this time, it's the proverbial boot on the neck. He's literally George Floyd. So the idea here is you need to feel really bad for Steven Crowder right away because he's got a boot on his neck. Let's see what else he said.
So if you're familiar with the idea of extortion, then you know the feeling well. Now, some of these threats were so thinly veiled that I'm frankly surprised you didn't all guess immediately.
Steven has a lot going on. I guess is the best way to say it. He has a lot going on, and that should be clear because people don't do stuff like this if there's not a lot going on in their life. I would like to implore my audience and everybody that isn't paying attention to this situation not to condemn him, but to pray for him. Sometimes people need a prayer. Sometimes people need a scripture. You know, Steven purports to be a Christian. I am unsure at this moment if it is my place to say more than that. You know, maybe if I feel in further...
Crusader Kings 3 and Political Process. Unfortunately, I have not played either of those games. I may have heard of Crusader Kings, though.
Defense, something should be said, or maybe if I feel that the public has a right to understand certain circumstances.
Well, my children have a right to privacy. Now, some other issues have been, or I should say, inferences have been more pernicious behind the scenes with demands and threats to use this information that they believe would be so publicly embarrassing to me and my wife at a difficult time that it could be used, knowingly putting my children in harm's way. So,
okay, so like he has said this in the past, like it puts my children in harm. Like what exactly, though? You know what I mean? Like, you know, like what could they be like doxing? Maybe I don't know exactly what he's referring to.
To those self-styled Christians, conservatives, and allies, not in my book. Now, if you find yourself, I don't want to get into details, so this is going to likely be the only time I have to address this or want to address this. If you're asking yourself, hey, did X person or did Y person know? The answer is likely yes.
So much that I want to say here. First and foremost, if you're a person that watches his show, how do you not see that he is so obviously acting and that he is a very bad actor? Do you feel bad for him when he says that? When he says, if you're familiar with the idea of extortion, well, if you are familiar with the idea of extortion, you should realize that that video that he just showed of me wasn't that. Nobody threatened him. Nobody made demands behind closed doors. His insinuation that I knew about his divorce before he decided to attack the Daily Wire is a pointed lie. Let me tell you what actually went on behind the scenes. Steven Crowder on election night was our friend. He was on the backstage with all of us, laughing, having a great time. He even sent me a retrospectively very flirty message thereafter on Instagram about how nice I looked on election night, even though I didn't respond to it.
So saying somebody looks nice doesn't have to mean they're flirting with you. I guess I would have to look at the message and then, like, figure out, you know, like, how it's worded, if, like, there's emojis, like, fine, fair enough, but yeah, just on principle doesn't mean you're flirting with them.
Thereafter, obviously, he attacked the Daily Wire. He decided to record his friend, Jeremy Boring, and to release the recording out of context to make it seem like Jeremy Boring knows that he's employing all of us like we're slaves, right? This is what Steven Crowder did. We had a right to respond forcefully to all of his claims. We all...
Okay, but so, like, nobody's saying you don't have the right to respond. You can have the right to say something, but if people are critical of your response, that's an entirely different matter.
Did that on our different platforms. And then I said to myself, just sitting there one day, why is he doing this? It's a very simple question and an obvious question that any person would ask. This is not normal behavior. It's very erratic to go from being friends with somebody, being with them on election night, laughing, having a great time, to suddenly wanting to ruin their entire company.
Yeah, I feel like this this probably happens more than people think. Like, I feel like people all the time will gossip, or, like, they'll, like, be, like, cordial one moment for the sake of social etiquette or something, and then, like, another, like, at a different time or for some other reason, they'll, like, I don't know. I feel like that's more common than people probably think.
And launching Stop Big Con. It's bizarre behavior. I turned to my husband and I said, where's his wife in all of this? Isn't she so supposedly a Christian? I'm just thinking about the way that
What's
I
that to
talk
do with
about
anything?
everything in my life with my husband. Every night I'm talking to him about what's going on at work. I thought to myself, where is Hillary Crowder in all of this? How did she not tell him not to do something this vicious and this disgusting? And then I said to my husband, I bet they're not even together. I logged on to Instagram and I found Hillary Crowder's Instagram account, and I looked to see, and it turned out that she didn't follow Steven Crowder and that Steven Crowder didn't follow her. He didn't follow...
That doesn't really mean anything. That doesn't mean, like, they're separated, you know what I mean? That doesn't even mean that they aren't getting along. Just because you don't follow them? Like, okay. Like, what would be the point of following your significant... Like, I guess, I don't know.
Follow anybody in her family, and she wasn't following anybody in his family. That was my aha moment. Clearly, there was some sort of a separation. Now, this might sound like crazy CIA stuff, woman stuff. It's exactly what happened. I then spoke to Jeremy at the Daily Wire, and I said, do you think that him and his wife were potentially separated? And he said, no. Obviously, it's his friend. He would have known whether or not they were separated, except he didn't. He actually had no idea if they were separated either. Finally, we decided in conclusion, Jeremy advised that we just stay out of it, that this is actually not our business, but at least it actually felt good to learn that he was going through something privately, because it assigned some reason for something that he did that was so horrific and so irrational to his friends. And finally, we said, okay, this is a broken man. This is what I was thinking. This is a broken man who is on some sort of a spiral. It is likely his divorce that led to this moment. He's acting erratic, he's acting panicked, and this at least gives us some sort of an excuse for why he behaved this way. That's it. That's the big scary story. I then went onto my platform and I said, pray for Steven Crowder, honestly, because that's what he needs. He needs a prayer. And apparently, nobody's answering those prayers right now because he's still acting erratic. He's now upping the ante and suggesting that I extorted him. I will not take that lightly, okay? I am not Hillary Crowder. I am not anybody in his family. I am not going to take somebody going onto his platform and alleging that I either harassed, threatened, or did anything that would put his children at risk. That is very serious stuff that he is saying. And so what I did this morning after this clip was sent to me is I contacted a defamation lawyer, and I am sending Steven Crowder a cease and desist. And
Oh my god, dude. I mean, like, come on. Jesus Christ. This conservative fucking infighting it's just refreshing that it's not happening on the left this time around, because that shit happens like all the time.
I'm going to demand a full-throated retraction to the idea that Candace Owens threatened him or extorted him. and not that I simply did a little math. 1 + 1 = 2.
Dude, I swear to God, these guys, like, fucking, egos are so fragile. It's like you call them a mean name online and like, I'm bringing my lawyers in, baby! Like, okay, like, calm down, dude. Not everything needs to be a whole fucking fiasco. Like, I don't know, just like, yeah.
A crazy man doing these sorts of things to his friends obviously means that something is going on personally. Honestly, this time I'm not even going to suggest that anybody should pray for him. I am so deeply troubled by the idea that he is trying to insert me into this narrative pertaining to his divorce. I'm frankly angry about this.
I don't think he's doing that. Like, he's not inserting you in his divorce. Like, what are you talking about?
So I'm going to hope that he does the right thing, okay? That he does another one of his live feeds on the exact same platform and via the exact same medium and offers me an apology and takes back every single word that he says. And, by the way, if you think that that's bad, here's how he decided to end this clip pertaining to his divorce.
It's pretty simple. I loved a woman so much that I married her. A woman who, despite all of this, I still love as the mother of my children. And she wanted something else for her life. That's not my choice. She simply wanted out, and
he's like so mad that he can't just force his wife to like stay with him. Like, it's so obvious too. He keeps like hammering that point.
Law says that that's how it works. Now, of course, I get it. There are multiple.
Unfortunately, the law tells me that she actually can just divorce me, even though I don't like it. Yeah, okay.
Sides to every story, but one thing that is undeniable in this case is that it's no one's fault but my own.
Yes.
In that I picked wrong.
I picked wrong. Wow. How kind, how loving. You really must have loved this woman, Steven Crowder.
Damn.
Again, I don't know who's buying your act anymore. I certainly haven't bought it from the very beginning. It's very obvious to me exactly what you are. You come across to me as a very dishonest individual. It seems to me, Steven, that you really, for whatever reason, want to insert me into this narrative. Like, there is just something about me that you are hyper.
I really don't think he's doing that. I mean, maybe I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't really get that impression.
On. And so I want to help you a bit, and really I want to help your wife, because you essentially just used your platform, millions of people have access to your platform, she doesn't have the same, to insult her. You picked the wrong woman, okay? So here's what I would like to do. I would like to invite Hillary Crowder onto my platform, because she doesn't have one, and because her ex-husband apparently just used his to insult her, say that he picked the wrong woman.
Dude, they're teaming up, man. They're tag teaming on this. Damn. I'm gonna bring your wife that you're going through a messy divorce with on my platform to basically talk shit about you. Yeah, that's awesome. Wow.
And I find that to be really despicable. So, Hillary Crowder, if you are watching, you are more than welcome to come on my show and to talk about what's actually going on, because as I said, I don't trust a single word that comes out of Steven's mouth. Ladies and gentlemen,
so wait, hold on. So what gives you the impression that you're gonna receive a objective narrative by having the woman who, like, there's no such thing as like an objective perspective here, because like we're hearing it from both sides, like, right? Like they have their own like different like interpretations of like what's going on and shit. Yeah, I don't know. Bringing her on isn't going to give you any. It's not going to elucidate any like anything like, you know, new. You know what I mean? All right. Well, that was interesting to say the least. And then additionally, because she talks about him quite a bit, it seems like. Oh no, that was. Oh damn, this is new. Okay.
So a bit of...
I think this is in response to the video that we watched earlier. Let's take a listen. Also, I'm probably not going to be doing necro. Yeah, okay.
Breaking news that just happened, and before we get to it, I just want to back up and tell you why we are discussing this breaking news, because it's occurred to me that there are some people out there who believe that to be a conservative, what it means is that we become tribal and we defend other conservatives even when they do things that are wrong. that we don't discuss things that are horrible on our own side because we need to just make sure that we score wins in other ways, and that is wrong. So that to me is the exact opposite of why I have this platform. I am not tribal. I want to expose things when they are bad on the left, and I will also expose things when they are bad on the right. Obviously,
Sure.
I have been interested in the Steven Crowder saga pertaining to his divorce because he literally inserted me into his divorce a couple of days ago.
Why'd you keep saying
and
that?
His wife and family are now speaking out regarding that video in which he told people publicly that his wife was leaving him. You remember this. He chose wrong. And he essentially made it sound as if he did not want his marriage to end, but his wife simply wanted to leave. Well, she
he
has
explicitly
responded
said that.
by giving video, and I want to prep you. I want you to know this is horrific video. It is very difficult to watch. It's especially difficult to watch because in this
Okay, I'm sorry, but it's. I mean, it's like bad, but it's not like horrific. Like, come on.
footage, she is 8 months pregnant. And the video essentially reveals just how emotionally abusive he has been, and she is alleging that he has been emotionally.
Wait, hold on. We can't say whether he had like. Again, people like to throw around abuse like the word itself. Like, abuse, and to me, implies that it is a pattern of that kind of behavior. We don't know if there's been that pattern. We know that he's acting like an asshole in that clip, for sure. 100%, yeah, for sure. And in fact, it could be even the case that he has had that kind of attitude towards her in the past. In fact, I believe that is also true. But, again, we just don't know. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know.
Abusive to her, and this video all but confirms it. So let's
It
first
really- okay.
get to the footage. I'm just going to allow you to watch it in its entirety.
I drew a boundary.
We have already watched it,
I drew a
so.
boundary. No, you just did. Look, you take that in.
Okay.
So that is both heartbreaking and infuriating for me to watch. I cannot even comprehend how any man can speak to a woman like that, least of all when she is 8 months pregnant.
I love how, like, this is, like, the line for Candace Owens when, like, it comes to abortion and, like, reproductive rights, she's kind of, like, blasé. Like, she's like, you can't talk to a woman like that, what's wrong with you? But then at the same time, she is totally fine with the state coming in and restricting a woman's right to get an abortion.
And sadly, that isn't the worst part of that correspondence. The journalist that dropped this video is Yashar Ali. He dropped this as well as a Substack entry accompanying it.
Yeah, so supposedly this author, I don't know if it's true, but, like, this author, like, isn't, like, great or something. Like, he has some biases against conservatives, which could probably play a role in this being a little editorialized, or at the very least, not totally representative of, yeah.
On the Substack article, he wrote, moments later...
Full discretion, I don't know for sure if that's true, but that is what I heard.
Off camera, Steven Crowder, by his own admission, would lose control and scream at his pregnant wife in a threatening tone, quote, I will you up.
Okay, so if that's the case, and I'm sure it is, why, like, show the video of that? You know what I mean? Wouldn't that make him look even worse? Especially, like, in court when, like, they're going through the proceedings, excuse me, with the divorce. Like, show that shit in court, and man, you're set in stone. You know what I mean? Like, it could be the case also that that kind of recording, or I don't really know why, but maybe there's something that, like, there's a reason why they can't show it. I don't know what that reason would be though.
End quote. Which led his wife to flee their home. She then sent a statement, which I want to be very clear, this statement I knew was going to come out. I didn't know any of this information. I had no idea there was a video or there was any evidence. I did know that their family was thinking about issuing a statement, and Hillary Crowder did issue a statement, and I'm going to read you that statement in its entirety because it's important. I think it reveals a lot of the lies that Steven has been telling publicly to his audiences. It reads, Hillary is currently living alone in Dallas apart from her family and support system in Michigan and is focused on taking care of her young children. She is not prepared at this time to speak about her divorce becoming public or the misleading statements made by Steven about their relationship. The truth is that Hillary spent years hiding Stephen's mentally and emotionally abusive behavior from her friends and...
I'm not trying to be conspiratorial, but, like, I think that the timing between the fallout of Crowder and the Daily Wire with the whole contract thing, and then this stuff bubbling to the surface, is pretty convenient, I think, to the advantage of the Daily Wire. And considering the apparatus that they, you know, have, and like the reach and resources they have, I mean, I don't want to be like super conspiratorial or anything, but I don't know, maybe they had like a role in this.
And family, while she attempted to save their marriage. She was the one who was asking to work on their relationship to keep the marriage intact for their unborn child. In June of 2021, Stephen left their home to pursue elective surgery.
Udemy.
What does that mean? Like, what surgery?
Destination without...
It's very important. I want you to remember that. I'm going to come back to that point. Hillary urged him to get the help he needed to address his abuse with the hope that their marriage could be saved and they could peacefully live together as a family. Instead, Stephen refused to do so and chose not to be with his wife during the birth of their twin children. After the birth...
Wait, what? Instead, Stephen refused to do so and chose not to be with his wife during the birth of... That's pretty fucked up, yeah. Yeah, I don't... Like... Yeah, I don't know. Pretty fucked up.
Bought a townhouse and left their home permanently. Hillary was not aware that Stephen hired a divorce...
Wait, hold on. Aren't these the same... Wait, is it... This guy, Stephen Crowder, he's the same fucking asshole who, like... maybe mock is not the right word, but, like, who denigrates the African-American community, like, for being deadbeat, like the men in the African-American community for being, like, deadbeat, like, fathers, for, like, walking out with their children and stuff. And, like, he's literally doing the same thing right here. He bought a townhouse and left their home permanently after the birth of his twin children. Yeah, okay. So, like, the traditional family values I see is resonating for him, personally, because, you know, he likes to denigrate African-American men for walking out on their children when he's literally doing the same thing.
Attorney and asked his assistant to cut Hillary off financially. There is significant documentation substantiating these facts. Why don't you remember that portion?
Okay, so if there's this... Okay, if there is substantial, or excuse me, significant documentation, then it's only a matter of time before that gets released. And if it does not get released, then that's definitely sus. To me, at least. Because, like, why wouldn't you release it? That would be, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it would be well, like, for, like, establishing credibility. Because, like, yeah, I don't know where all this information is originating from. Yeah.
As well, that's another lie that Stephen has told publicly. We hope that Stephen will cease from speaking publicly about these personal matters in an untruthful manner. We also look forward to there being full transparency in the legal process so there is fairness and accountability for the actions that caused the divorce and to ensure the outcome is what is in the best interests of the young children. I would first like to go back to that portion where she says Stephen left their home to pursue elective surgery, because I know exactly what surgery she's referring to, because during my first backstage here at Daily Wire, we actually prayed for Stephen and this surgery. So before I show you a
Wait, so what's surgery, though?
clip from us on backstage, here is Stephen describing that surgery, and it certainly doesn't sound like it's elective. Take a listen.
I explained to you a little bit what it is. You know, a lot of people say, why are you smoking? My heart is actually great, but my heart doesn't work great. The reason my heart doesn't work great is, long story short, because of a connective tissue disorder I have, and my chest is caving in on my heart, so I've got about... I'm at a little more than half of the blood flow that you guys have, ventricular output from my heart. So it's a mechanical fix, and I don't know, maybe I'll feel like Lance Armstrong, you know, like I'm on EPO after this, because I don't know what it's like to go through life with full blood flow. To me, I'm looking forward to it, not looking forward to the pain. Lance Armstrong, by the way, with with the 3 balls, not the one. So yeah, it's overall a positive thing, and honestly, I probably needed a little bit of rest. It comes in the form of having my chest cracked open.
Obviously, he had the surgery, and then his lung collapsed, and here is us praying for him, praying that he actually gets better.
Before we leave, I just have to just went off the subject for a minute. Our pal, Steve Crowder, who makes the best ashtrays in the country, is
Truly.
in the hospital fighting for his life, and he's really come
I don't know if he's fighting for his life. Okay, this one.
close. He's come close to the dark edge of things. And I just want to say that crazy as he is, we love him, and we're thinking about him. But, we hope he makes it back.
You're a better man than I am.
What's that noise?
I was actually just looking forward to the show being over so that I could text him and say, hope you don't make it, pal.
Actually, this is a real story. Last night I had to go for a drive because it was a long story, but I had
Party of pro-lifers want the death of you.
burn down gas to take my car into the shop, and so I was going to smoke a cigar, and I was going to say my nightly prayers. I thought, I should probably pray for Crowder.
Do these guys actually pray? Or do they just say, I pray for you, and then that's the start and end of it?
Because he says, I thought, it's great. I'm going to light up one of the cigars that Crowder sent me.
Yeah.
And Crowder, this guy who's a complete maniac, he sent me these beautiful cigars, and I was like, oh, pal, I'm going to send you some cigars right away from my humidor. Haven't sent him a single thing, but that guy, he, really a generous fellow. And
I
doesn't get enough credit.
actually did text him and say that we were praying for him at great risk to our souls.
And if he dies,
I love how... So, wait. Candace opened this by saying, here's us actually praying for Steven Crowder. And then, them praying is literally just saying, with sarcasm, being this crazy son of a bitch. But, I hope he gets better, but man, he's so crazy. Oh my god, yeah. It's everything's so, backhanded. Even when they're even when Candace is trying to come off she's, the bigger person, or, they are the bigger people, they're really not.
personally would
And yet, according to his wife, this was an elective surgery, really a cosmetic surgery, because Stephen didn't like the way that his chest looked because he had a sunken chest. It was not something that was actually...
Yeah, I could see that being, reasonable. I think that they may not be mutually exclusive. You could probably have it where, it's an elective surgery, he's not going to die if he doesn't get the surgery. But at the same time, it would be beneficial to his cardiovascular health if he did have the surgery. So, yeah, I don't know.
Actually required to save his life. And yet we see that same pattern of behavior. Stephen garnering a ton of affection and prayers from his followers purporting to be the victim.
Dude, you literally were saying with, you were being backhanded with your, prayers. You were being I would kill this son of a bitch, LOL. Okay.
When in fact, the facts don't line up with his narrative. The second portion that I'd like to point to is where it says Hillary was not aware that Stephen hired a divorce attorney. This stands in stark contrast to what he told his followers when he said how hard divorce was and how difficult and horrific it had been, and how he really did...
Wait, those aren't mutually exclusive. Wait, hold on one second.
Up with his narrative. The second portion that I'd like to point to is where it says Hillary was not aware that Stephen hired a divorce attorney. This stands in stark contrast to what he told his followers when he said how hard divorce was and how difficult and horrific...
That doesn't... Yeah, those aren't mutually exclusive. You can think it's a difficult process, but reluctantly hire a divorce attorney. Yeah, those aren't, doesn't mean, he wasn't hard for him. Yeah, I don't know. We're kind of reaching with that one.
It had been, and how he really didn't want it, and just, Texas is a no-fault divorce state. What is the truth here? I don't know. Obviously, right now we have his wife's word versus Stephen's word, but given my personal experience...
While you're doing it all today, tomorrow has a partner. Mass Mutual.
I love ads.
I've seen 3 seconds of Rescue 911. I remember walking through the living room, my parents are watching it.
Experience with Stephen, I am very much inclined to believe his wife. Now, I'd like to get into some other portions of this article, which I think are really important. The writer has a bunch of audio files and text messages that were sent to him that he was able to review. He writes, "In audio files and text messages that I reviewed, Steven Crowder admits to some of his faults, which include a volcanic temper, repeatedly and at times regretfully. But according to sources that I spoke to who are familiar with their relationship, Crowder's admissions often came after a sustained period of mental and emotional abuse.
I don't think I've ever
He
seen
didn't
this
seem
ever
to be
before.
able to control his impulses. That, again, is something that I have seen personally. Very bizarre that he would insert me into a divorce announcement and purport that I somehow extorted him. It's very bizarre in the way that he attacked Daily Wire. And there just seem to be
So
a
mad.
lot of signs that he is not able to control his emotions. And so the question that I will ask is, how many people are going to allege abuse from Steven Crowder before we listen? Before we stop saying...
Wait, hold on, I'm sorry, but you can't, like, decry somebody for not being able to control their emotions, and then you get your fifis hurt, and you're like, I'm filing a cease and desist because you are accusing me of extortion. Like, okay, just...
He's one of us because he says things that he agrees with. We purport that we are the party of family values. How can you look at that video and defend him in any way? How can you look at that video and not roundly condemn this and say this is not something that actually represents the thing?
Who is she talking to? I feel like many people, including people on the right, are not defending this. Like, universally, Crowder is being condemned by people. Like, I don't know who she's talking to.
That we believe. The writer goes on to say, like so many things in his life in recent years, Crowder's temper and paranoia led him to destroy his relationships with Sir Shapiro, Boring, and others at the Daily Wire when he posted a video on his channel suggesting that the Daily Wire, without naming the company, was attempting to align itself with big tech by mentioning in their initial offer to him that if he was demonetized on social media platforms, that it would reduce his overall compensation. Well, again, going back to the pattern, it's not just the Daily Wire. It's David Landau. It's Sven the Computer. It's Jared Monroe, formerly known as Not Gay Jared, people that are locked into NDAs and are not allowed to speak about the abuse that they endured by Steven Crowder. It's Owen Benjamin. It's now his wife. Do you believe that all of these various different parties, the majority of them who have never spoken to each other, I've never spoken to Sven the Computer, I've never spoken to David Landau, I've never spoken to Hillary Crowder, I've never spoken to Owen Benjamin.
I don't think you have to. You can speak to people that they're mutual with to convey your narrative, right? I'm not saying that's the case here, but it's like possible, you know, like just because you didn't speak to somebody directly doesn't mean like you're not. Yeah.
Benjamin. Do you believe that all of these people, as is the paranoid narrative that Steven Crowder is presenting, are working maybe in collusion with big tech to try to destroy him? Or do you believe it's plausible that Steven Crowder is just a monster? I personally believe that he is a monster.
Damn.
And that is, by the way, Steven, if you're watching, I'm not trying to extort you. I am just simply telling the truth. There was a lot of things that are going on.
Wait, she's like, in one breath, I think he's a monster. In another breath, I'm just telling the truth.
And I am glad that his wife found the strength to speak out. And I'm calling upon everybody to roundly condemn this, to reject this firmly, not to somehow come up with an excuse and say, oh, well, it's a divorce, so we shouldn't talk about it. We should mind our own business. No, the way that we represent ourselves privately and publicly should be the same. If you purport to care about family values, again, then you should care about this situation and you should condemn it. Yashar Ali also added in this article, in reviewing documentary evidence related to their marriage, Steven Crowder appears to be obsessed with the idea that his wife is only interested in him for money. Hillary Crowder started dating him well before he became famous and wealthy. He was making less than $100,000 a year when they got married. Again, the Crowder...
Yeah, that is true. He was with his wife since 2012, if I remember correctly. So, yeah.
narrative never seems to line up with the reality. And on that note, for those of you that are asking for an update, yes, I did send a cease and desist to him regarding his comments that I somehow extorted him. I sent the cease and desist. I heard back from his lawyer, and essentially what I get from this is that his lawyer is saying that this was just his opinion and it was just Steven Crowder's feelings, and even though it wasn't reality, too bad, so sad. Here's exactly what that legal letter back to me said. I'm going to...
Funnily enough, that's the same argument made for the Dominion lawsuit. I think, wasn't there a lawsuit from, conservatives? Or, against, some conservative media apparatus that was, they were like getting sued for defamation. Yeah, I think it was Dominion, and then Newsmax or something went on there and be like, actually, we don't have any evidence. Yeah. Oh shit.
I'm going to read you a couple of quotations. It says, "The simple fact is that Ms. Owens, as shown in the clip, made thinly veiled threats directed at Mr. Crowder that she would release the alleged dirt she had on him if he kept making statements about the Daily Wire. Mr. Crowder's opinions fall short of any defamation. At most, he has merely opined comparatively the feeling of certain misconduct to his own present state of being. Then, the subsequent use of the word threats is not in and of itself an accusation of crime, even within the larger context in which it was used. The most reasonable implication is not an accusation of crime, but that threats have occurred that fall short of being a crime. Again, at most, they are simply reminiscent in Mr. Crowder's personal opinion of the specifically referenced type of misconduct. In short, these are his feelings, they are not facts, and his opinions are protected. And to make it clear for those of you that thought there was something going on in the background or that someone had secretly threatened him, his lawyer is alleging that's not the case. He was simply referring to the exact clip that he showed you of me. Nothing else happened. He just wanted you guys to think that he was under duress in some other capacity. In short, as I have said, I believe Steven Crowder is an absolute monster, and I encourage all of the other people that he has victimized to find their strength to speak out now. By the way, his lawyer offered...
So if that actually happens, if like a bunch of other people come out being like, yeah, this guy's a fucking asshole or whatever, or... I feel like Crowder... I actually think Crowder's career could be just like gone eventually, because like he would have destroyed any inroads with the conservative community. You know what I mean? So, you know, like, I don't know for sure that's gonna happen. Like, it could just not. But I don't know. He could also find a home somewhere else too, I guess.
To me that we could both agree to a ceasefire if I agreed that I would never speak about Steven Crowder again. And to him, I would publicly like to say, your client doesn't have that kind of money to keep Candace Owens from speaking out about things that I find to be absolutely despicable.
I'm richer than you.
To say about that. All right, guys, if you liked this video, then please like, subscribe.
Damn, dude. All right. Jesus Christ. She must really hate him. You know, like, shit. Yeah, I don't know.
Heard you ever?
Okay, yeah, I think we've kind of like covered the whole thing sufficiently. Alright, cool. I guess we can keep going with this, or I could just switch gears and play Six Skylines, I don't know. Yeah. Or dude, you know what I haven't done in a while is speedrun. Maybe I can do that. Yeah, let's go. I think that's what I'll do. I'm so. Alright, let's go ahead and let's close this out first. Yeah, I'll play some Halo. I haven't done that in a while. Wherever that's at. Whew. Oh shit. It's getting pretty hot in here, man. Woo. I know you guys can hear it. Okay. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, I do a thing called speedrunning, where you go through a game very quickly. And the most experience I have with this is Halo 2, and we'll get going. But you know what? I should probably, yeah, go like that. And then I need to bring up live split. Hold on 1 sec. Maybe. Oh, never mind. We got it. Okay, let's open split. Open layout. Okay. Oh, perfect. It's already on the right, so you guys can see it. We'll make sure it's synced up too. Alright, we gooch now. Actually, no, we're not. 1 second, please. Alright, we're good now. Right. So let's go ahead. Not sure. I think we're fine. I think we're all set. Let me just make sure the auto splitter works, and then we'll be good to go. Also, I don't like the fact that that was, I like the classic settings. Probably should, just quit and then come back in and then, yeah. Oh yeah, you know what? I saw this mod in the workshop for Halo, and there's like, there's this mod for, like, on Halo 2 Uncut, which looks pretty sick, and I might download it and we can play it on stream one day, but it's basically including all the cut content that, Halo 2 included. Don't need that either. So yeah, we can definitely do that on stream. That'd be fun. I grew up playing this game, and it'd be interesting to get a different, like, perspective on, like, Why am I doing armory? What the fuck's wrong with me? Okay, Cairo, yeah. Anyway, yeah, doing that would be nice, though. Or it would be an interesting stream. It's nice to know the auto splitter's not working. Start full game runs on anyone. Okay. I'll try it one more time. If it doesn't work, then that's fine, I guess. Oh. I'm getting pretty tired. Oh. This should work, if I were to guess. I wonder why it's not working. Everything's checking out on my end. I'm not really sure the issue. Yeah, I don't know. I guess try it again. I don't... Alright, hold on. I'm gonna have to troubleshoot then. Make sure you run live split as admin. Okay. EAC must be disabled. Alright. We'll see if this makes a difference. I don't know if it will, but I guess we'll find out. Alright. Once we establish that this works, I'm gonna have to take a second to step away. So, yeah. Alright, it works. Okay, with that, please give me a moment, and I'll be right back. Alright. I am back. I'm ready to slay. So, I think I got all my ducks in a row. Without further ado, let's get into it. And I hope the audio is fine for you guys. Okay. Yeah. How did I not? There we go. And we're ready, restarting. Alright, let's try that again. Yeah, it's been a fat minute since I've done this. Why can't do fucking simple shit is like apparently too difficult. Definitely one of my least favorite levels to speedrun because there's just like really not much you can there's really like not much you can do to save time. Like there's some tricks on this level like hanger skip that I don't know, it's just like fucking difficult. The 60 ticks that this game operates at. And then like getting caught like right there. You can definitely like melee boost to save some time, but most of the time is the RNG that you save. I guess we're having no frags, but it's not a big deal. Definitely like one of the harder levels to speedrun for me. We're not even gonna clear for level 1, dude. Actually, sorry, 1 second. I gotta change the title of the stream, of course I do. I should really just say, yeah. Alright. I'm gonna have to shoot that pane, or that, like, whatever you call it, the glass pane before. Because of fucking dumbass shit like that. Like I said, I haven't been practicing the speedrunning on this for a little bit, and also, yeah, I'm kind of out of sorts in a way. Not to mention the fact, like I said before, Cairo is probably like the worst level to speedrun. Might be as bad to me as, like, I don't know, Great Journey, because like there's not much you can do to save time. I mean, like, there's shit you can do, obviously, but, like, the strats are not viable. You're gonna have to, like, run non-stop to, like, get it right, you know what I mean? That should have been a clear. Yep. Lost like a fraction of a second just now. What? Okay, I swear to God that overcharge hit the elite. Thought I saw the outline of the whatever you call it, the fucking shield. Whatever. We're gonna be I'm sensing a 510. That's what I'm sensing. Yeah, there's not much I can do to like save time now. I could try a new strat I was thinking of. But oh, I couldn't kite the guy over here. That's fine. Yeah, there's not much time saved to be made at this point. It's just walking through here. Yeah. Well, did not time that properly. Yeah, this is looking worse than a 510. Jesus Christ, man. Whew. Okay. Well. Oh wow, 510. I guess I was right. Jesus. Been speedrunning this game too long. I just wanted to play a little safe in the end there. Damn, that hurts. Sometimes you can grab a slide off this. Well, how this guy's getting pelted with plasma and he's literally talking nonchalantly. Chief, glad you can make it. know what game I've been itching to play again is Oblivion. I haven't played that in a while. Using this on controller is not easy at all. It's like actually really dog shit. Like, look at this. Yeah. Why isn't Cairo? It must be because I cleared the history. Actually, that's why. I was just looking at the split to see, like, why it wasn't showing a time. I'm trying to think if I should do Scarab Skip next level. I don't know. It's a little risky, because like if you miss it, I'm gonna want to get that checkpoint right outside the building before. I feel a little more safe doing that, because having to destroy the Wraiths and the Phantom before, it's gonna take too much time. You save, I think, 30 seconds? Maybe a little less. Probably like, yeah, I don't know, 25 seconds maybe, with the Scarab Skip. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. I don't know, we'll see what happens. My main thing is just, I don't want to desync it. If you go too fast, then you just desync the whatever. This is a really bad... How is this? Oh, because I missed the beginning part, duh. In fact, these times are so bad, I might even just like restart. Oh boy, Cairo is dog shit. This is dog shit as well. Why isn't it just? Why is it not displaying the times though? That is something else. Well, it shows the total time, I guess that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'd rather restart, because, like, Armory... Cairo is just terrible. If you... Dude, getting Not Armory, goddammit. Cairo Station below 5 is, like, really difficult without any skips. Yeah, you're gonna need, like... Because there's not even a lot of opportunities to melee boost. You could probably do it, like, in that corridor. There's 2 corridors where that could happen. And then maybe you can melee boost over that one of the flying elite, but that's like about it. There's really no opportunity to save time if you're not doing one of the skips, and doing one of the skips is really hard. So like, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's like pretty difficult actually. And quite frankly, I don't even know what the button combo would be to get through that. Here, I'll just show you what I'm talking about. So this thing over here goes, and like you can like kill people and like use the fact that they're foes to squeeze through there and like skip a bunch of shit. And like you have to do that quick. Hold on. I did. Dude, these guys are hauling ass. This is a terrible spawn. Like, this guy is, man, it is quite the challenge. This is probably the worst spawn ever, so I'm just gonna try to reload it, maybe get a different spawn. They're hauling ass, and the guy is in, like, a bad position. The white guy that is, you know. Yeah, okay. Maybe using keyboard mouse will work. Hold on. I haven't tried it before. Might take me a second to get acclimated. Hold on, I'm not ready. I don't know how people play with keyboard mouse. Literally, I don't know how people do it. Yeah. This is the worst spawn too. What the fuck? Okay, I'm just gonna not even try. Alright, hold on one second. We're gonna restart. Give me 1 second, and then we'll get going. And then we'll do an actual run. Alright, let's do it. I'll hopefully just want to do one through run, no restarting, nothing like that. That'd be great. Is it me or is the FOV kind of low? I shouldn't fuck with it. I'm going too fast. I don't even know how I hit that ceiling. Not too bad of a clear. I was low on ammo, so I had to, like, back smack. I'll try to get a melee boost, save some time. Damn. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Literally the worst level in existence. There's nothing redeeming about Cairo. Like, as a standalone level, it's fine, but as far as, like, speedrunning is concerned, it's pretty annoying. Like, really the only way to save time is to like, do one of those skips. Oh. Okay. That was early. I'm not really sure what triggers it to open earlier. I don't know what I could... Maybe if you get there quick enough, or clear it fast enough, I don't know. Dude, that was like the fastest clear I've ever done. Holy crap. It was so fast I was able to get a sub 5. That's pretty impressive. Now if I could get this in one shot, that'd be great. Damn it. Dude, that is really... That's gonna destroy the run, basically. I couldn't just do that the first time, apparently. This is gonna definitely be a pretty bad outskirts, but there's nothing I can do about it, so no sense in fretting. I just forgot I wasn't in Halo 3. That kind of grenade boost doesn't really translate to Halo 2. These assholes, I swear. This actually, I'm not even kidding, might be the worst outskirts I've ever done. I don't even know how it's possible, but yeah, it somehow is. Outskirts, dude. If you're not firing on outskirts, if you're not doing well on that, then that's not a good sign. Like, look at that shit. I think I'm just destined to not do well. Whoa, what just happened? Oh my god. Sorry. This is going to be a bad run, but I just have to set the precedent for future runs. So. This is crazy, man. I'm trying to think of time saves in the future. I'm gonna have to, like, really have a good regret. A good Oracle. Regret, Oracle, and Gravemind are probably the best areas where I can save time. Yeah. The goals for those levels, let's see. If I could get sub 12 on Oracle, obviously I would like to have a sub 4 on Arby. And regrets, if we could grab a sub 1030. And Gravemind, I'm not sure. Sub 11, let's just say. Then, if I could do all that, then this run might have something that it might be like a PB. I don't know what my best time. I think my best time is 129 something. It's on the channel somewhere, but yeah. This could be a good metro, but we'll have to see. And this is going to be a bad metro, I can just tell right now. I kind of have to try the Scarab skip. I really have to, because there's no promises about the levels in the future. Let me make sure. Okay. I go safe all the time because I'm like paranoid it's gonna desync. You're not taking a favorable path, my friend. There's no safety TP, so this is gonna be a one-time thing. That's unfortunate. We're gonna have to get it right the first time. Alright, well, at least I didn't die. Because that would have been worse. Alright, well that was fine. It was plus, let's see, plus 14 maybe? So, plus 14 in terms of like what I would normally get, or my best on the level, so. It's frustrating. It's okay though. This honest to God is probably like the worst run I've ever done. Every minor like thing that I usually do consistently, I'm not doing well at all. No Scarab boost, can't get the jump on outskirts. Just awful all around. How do you... Okay. Okay, we'll probably be sub 4. If this ending can work out the way I want it. Okay, that was a not too bad RV. About average. I didn't get it. So I can't even do this right. Alright, not too bad, I guess. No way, dude. It wasn't too bad of a time loss, I guess. This next part's gonna be tricky. Oh, perfect setup. Oh, that was sick. Yes. That could have gone that could not have gone any better, actually. What? Are you kidding? Dude. I was like 20 feet in the air. How is that even possible? I didn't know I was shooting like a nuclear bomb. Alright, cool. It's always this ending to Oracle that, like, that really screws me up. Are you kidding? Oh my god. Part of me was like, no shot that backswing hits me, but then it happened. Because why wouldn't it be? So this was just turned into a sub 12. This used to be a sub 12. but not anymore. This absolutely would have been, like, PB material. When you go from a sub 12 to a 1253. Oh boy, is that... That's rough. I hate this level as well. Yeah. It's a little more difficult with the control scheme I got, so that's, yeah. I'm not even gonna, like, wait for that, skip, or whatever you... I'm not gonna wait for a checkpoint for that one skip that I'm gonna do, the bridge skip. So, just go all out. Really got nothing to lose anyway. I knew this was gonna happen, because why wouldn't it? It wouldn't be a Vincent run if it weren't for that. At least it got a checkpoint. I will do this until I'm dead. It's like not working. It must be too far away. Yep, that was it. Again, this is probably going to be one of the worst runs I've ever done. So, sorry to disappoint you guys. But to be fair, it has been a while since I practiced, so... This is more a practice run than anything. Oh, that's really a checkpoint. And that's a good checkpoint for that reason exactly. Where are you going? I've never seen that happen before. Huh. I thought you had to clear the room. You gotta be kidding me. Like, I swear to God, nobody has the luck I do. It is the worst luck I've ever seen in my life. When it comes to speedrunning this game, dude, no shot. No shot people have worse luck than me. At this point, I'm just gonna go the slow route because, like, I'm wasting so much time. Okay. What? That's never happened. In the history of Halo, that has never happened. No way! I might just end the run, honestly. It's just like... It's like the worst thing I've ever seen. I don't have many grenades either. Yep, the run just died. So, yeah. I'm sorry, but I can't, like, excuse that many, issues. Yeah. Okay, well, I guess that's it for today. Just not my day, I guess. Alright, well, see you guys next week. Bye.